Hey, what's up, YouTube channel? It's Taurus Down again, y'all. This is the Go Hard or Go Home channel. All right, now today's quick talk, we're gonna talk a little bit about why guys need to have more standards, okay, and how sex is not really that important to women. All right, the reason that guys need to have more standards is because sex is not that important to women. Okay, we're gonna get into all that in a second, right here. All right. First, I need y'all to hit that like, subscribe button, okay? That's what keeps me going on the channel. I don't do the cash apps. I don't want no money, all that. Send me money, support my channel and all that junk. I know. Just do those things and drop your comments. That's how you help out the channel if you like what you're hearing. All right, so let's get into this, guys. All right. First, let's go to think about sex not being important to women. All right? Because a lot of guys tend to think that. What I keep getting from doing this channel is guys writing me and being like, okay, well, women are not checking for me. Women are not trying to get with me. Women are not trying to get, so, and when they're talking about this, and another thing that I hear about in the manosphere all the time is this thing where there's so many virgins, guys are virgins these days and stuff like this, and 1 out of 4 or something like that, or some junk. I don't know the statistic because I'm not keeping up with who's a virgin or not. All right, I'm just not going to do that. All right. But if there is such a problem, I've seen some of the reasons why that this problem exists. Number one is that guys are putting way too much emphasis on sex with women these days. All right. That shit didn't matter to us that much back when I was younger. It was going to get it to happen, but it wasn't an issue like it is today. One of the reasons I think it's such an issue is because guys are thinking that women are having sex with guys out of because they're vetting these guys and choosing them, and that's not what's going on. Now, back in the day, it was what was happening. It was what was happening. That's why I wasn't that worried about it, because women really were choosing. They really were saying like, okay, you're this and I'm this. We can be together. We can work it. They was doing that. Now it's not so much. All right, it's not so much. Women will have sex with pretty much anybody. All right, it just depends on if the moment's right. If she likes him, that's it. That's all that has to happen. Y'all got an opportunity and she is willing. That is it. It's not anything special. It's not them picking you over another guy. It's not the other guy being better than you. It's not. Now back when I started doing this stuff, some of that had to be the truth. Women actually courted guys and kind of, compared you to the next person. And whoever was the best one, in most cases, usually won. Women were actually active in this before, maybe about 20, 30 years ago. This is back when I was a teenager, and maybe before that. They slowly started to get out of that as I went through my 20s. I started watching that, and it's like, oh, the rules had to change. The rules had to change because and I don't see a lot of guys putting that out here on this YouTube that some of these rules will have to change. Some of the ways that guys are thinking are going to have to change, right? Women didn't really change. They didn't really change. All they did was start doing stuff that they didn't do before, but it didn't change. The rules didn't change. The reasons why it didn't change. It's just that now, instead of you having to be somebody that's going to be like important in their life, you could just be some old bum that sleep on their couch and they don't give a damn, they'll pay for it. Women used to wouldn't pay for men back in the day. No. And because of these things right here, because women have become very slack with sex, they're not choosing. Not these days, they're not. It's just a whim. The wind blows and it happens. It's kind of like that. The reason some of these guys are having so much of a problem with that is because if you're trying to get something to happen, that's why you got, when that game junk, you got to be talking, a million people and all this other good shit, because you're trying to get something to happen. or find something to make something go on that's really a whim in the sit of a moment. Women don't vet guys and pick guys like that. You want proof of it? You want a receipt of that? Go look at the doggone single mother rates, especially for the black community. The junk is higher in America, and then when you come to black people who are the lowest of that, it's way higher. Now, you'll get the women telling you it's the guy's fault. I seen that Cynthia G chick that says to abort the black children if they're males, which will wipe out the whole doggone damn population of black people in a few generations. So she probably hates her own people, but hey, it is what it is. But I heard this woman right here say one time that having a child out of wedlock doesn't mean that the woman's being stupid because the man decides that the woman's going to be a single mother or not. What the hell? They own crazy junk like that. And that woman got a pretty good amount of followers, y'all, and so then she turned around and had a baby with a guy. Supposedly that was a black guy, and they crazy. A lot of women are crazy, guys. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all about this right here, and I'm trying to use examples to show it so that guys can get off their butt and start doing something else. But then the deal is that you're gonna have better standards too. Guys' standards are too damn low. You got these women out here, like when I was watching that Kevin Samuels show. Women would be on there saying, if you start talking about a regular, everyday, average guy, they started saying settling. And guys need to start understanding that. The everyday, average guy on the job, if a woman takes you, she considers herself settling. This is why y'all got to start raising y'all standards. The guys on the everyday, average job are the majority of the guys in the world. But the standards for the women are too low. For them to be calling you a settlement, that I settled for this. Let me tell you something, guys. Nobody ever said, I settled for something and was talking about something that they wanted, that they got what they wanted. That's not how that works. The reason I say guys got to have more standards is because the standards for women, to even get the guys who maybe the everyday average guy, but they working and they got a lot of stuff going on, the standard to get them is just way too damn low. Y'all don't request the women bring anything to the table. She don't really got to have nothing. That worked back in the day. It worked because that woman, when a woman was with you back in the day, she was down. She was down with you. It doesn't work that way no more. Okay? Now they got completely, they're not getting into the relationship to be part of it. They're getting into the relationship to benefit from it. And you need to benefit from it too. And not just with sex, because they would do that with anybody. That's the whole core thing in this video. She will have sex with anybody. That's why men need to have more standards. You got to. It's not, they're not picking, guys. That's not happening anymore. It's not happening anymore. It was happening back in the day. It was happening. And when they get around 30-something, late 30s, 40, they might start getting it. And that's one thing I want to talk about too. As they get older, their damn standards go up. Guys like to talk a lot about the car thing and the body count thing and say, hey, look, nobody wants a high mileage car for this price. But the thing of it is if you got bad credit, because that's what I keep trying to tell the guys, you got to get yourself to the top of this hill, because if you got bad credit, and this works in the real world, if you got bad credit and ain't nobody finna loan you no money, it don't really matter if you want that high mileage car at a high price. That's what you're about to get. If you need a car to get around on, you're about to get that because you don't have the credit or the credentials to get anything higher. You got to go to the buy here, pay here guys, and pay 26% interest. So when they talk about that car analogy, I would tell them to look at it that way too. Sometimes it ain't about what you want. You can want that nice car, but if you got bad credit, you're not getting it. Guys got to understand that too. This is why The standards got to get higher. And guys got to start being a little bit more selective with women. Okay, you got these women come on these shows, and you see them on the internet, and every last one of them is if you ask them where they fit on the look scale, they will tell you 10. When Kevin Samuels do it, when he took out the 7, see he screwed that with them when he took out the 7 because they really wanted to say 10. They'll say 7 to be modest and all the other good shit. But if you really ask women, if you really ask all of them, because the majority of them, some of them told the truth on that dude's channel too, and on other channels, they all say 10. They'll put themselves right up there with the best looking women in the world. See, you ain't got time for that, bro. If this relationship shit don't go right, everything gonna get blamed on you. It wasn't enough money, you wasn't hitting it right, everything gonna get blamed on you. Just getting sex out of it don't ride no more. And plus, they would do this shit out of wedlock now. Look at the single mother rates. No problem. So you don't really even got to be worried about the relationship shit. Because as long as you got a good job and you'll go on some dates, you can get the better women. Them game guys gonna keep telling you about no dates, none of this and that. If you want to fuck with the bottom level chicks, you go ahead and you do that. I'm gonna go ahead and just start saying that on this channel. You go ahead and you do that. When I put up, I'm gonna do a video about that, about how you date, how dating goes in the little class levels and things like that. But you want to be doing is shooting for the ones who done got at least a little bit somewhere. Because if y'all ain't finna do nothing else, they don't need your money and all the other shit, and they ain't ratchet. You got to get past the ratchets too, and that's the class levels. These women are requiring certain things of these guys because they're trying to get guys in certain class levels. That's really what it is. The money thing don't got nothing to do with your personality. It's got to do with class level of life you are living at. They think if you got certain shit, and it's not just the women, guys do it too. I'm sitting here in front of this board. The people wrote me, you look broke, you look broke, you look this. I sit in my house every day, sitting, chilling, smoke weed, do what I feel like doing, play my damn video. I'm 45 years old. And I still got my money coming in. Because when I was younger, I started investing. And I started doing shit like get little stocks and bonds, and like that. I still got money coming in. And then I get my other money from doing business shit. But people will tell you broke. But you have to look a certain type of way to people for them to feel a certain type of way. And I understand that. Now, even though I know they ain't right, but still I understand how they feel. The same thing is going on in the world with this dating thing and this woman thing. And that's what guys got to start understanding. That's why some of our standards got to be a little bit higher too. They got to start being higher. And it's got to be put out in the open that when we smashing them little ratchet chicks, because women somehow think those relationships, no. That kind of stuff got to start getting put out in the open too. They don't really put that out. You know what I'm saying? But even if you do, women kind of really ain't going to listen to that. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. Women don't conform to rules like that, guys. So expecting a good result probably is not going to happen. That's why I'm saying stuff got to change on your end. Women are notorious for this, guys. You could give them all the answers to something. When there's something about emotions or feelings, like some of this relationship shit is, they're gonna do what they want. They ain't going with the rules. I tell you what, if the rules are saying they're not gonna get what they want, they're gonna get mad about that. That's what happened with Kevin Samuels. He be telling them, but these are the rules. And they got mad, started hating the guy. Dude died, and women were pretty much gonna go out there and spit on his grave. So if that don't show you how much women hate rules, I don't know what else can show you that. I don't think I could do much better of a job than him at showing somebody something like that. He showed that showed you everything. Should be no doubt in guys' minds now about how women feel about this type of stuff. So since you know they're not going to follow the rules, what you need to do is find exactly what you want. That means that your standards and your requirements are going to have to be a little bit higher than everybody else's. Okay. It's happening already because that's why you're getting like the passport bros and stuff like this. 'Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, American women, they some of them gonna get down with this. Some of them gonna get down with this, but it's gonna be the higher level ones, and that's when I start talking about higher level pedigree and stuff like that. You gonna have to go into different class levels and different social settings because at the bottom, that's a whole different social setting. Once you start moving up them ranks, and you get to okay, these people are living over, these people live in this area. They got a different way of looking at junk. That's even in your town right now. In the different areas of your town, there are different levels of thinking and different things are going on. You got to start incorporating that into your dating game. I've always done that. When I go to the hood, I'm not taking none of these broads serious. I'm feeling live, run game, all this junk because guess what? Especially once I hit my 30s. Now, in my 20s, I may have tried to take one, but in my 20s, once I start hitting 30s and 40s, oh, this broad live in the hood, it's smash and dash time. Especially if she anywhere near my age, because she ain't coming up out of here. And I'm not going to live there. And I ain't dragging her to my junk because she don't know how to handle that. Guys got to start understanding stuff like that too. These women want this money, y'all, but they don't. A lot of them can't handle that. It's why they at the level that they at. They want to do with more money. But you can't handle that. They want the truth, but they can't handle the truth. It's just like that. Guys got to start raising the standard some. When I say that, well, what am I talking about? Hey, look, the ratchet broads, you got to start letting it be known. That's just for fun. Back in the days, this stuff didn't have to be said. It didn't have to be said. Somewhere along the way, men messed up because instead of them enforcing standards and telling women these standards, they didn't let these standards get out of doggone whack by not saying junk and just doing whatever. That's what's really done caused the problem, a lack of standards in men. But I think that can be fixed. And if you think it can be fixed, hey, I need you to hit that like button, man, because I need to push this out to as many people as possible. As guys especially, y'all gotta start raising the standards. You got a woman would think she's a 10. She could be a 4, she would still think she's a 10. I'm telling y'all, it works this way. Y'all see it yourself. You see it yourself when you out there in the street every day. You see it when you watch these shows on the thing. Don't forget to hit that like button. Help me push this out because this is the truth. You know I'm spitting the truth. You know what I'm saying? The deal is this right here. They're not going to lower their standards. Y'all got to stop lowering y'all's. And you got to stop asking them to come down. That's why you got, okay, well, you don't want to do that. That's fine. I just go over here. That's kind of what happened with the passport bro thing. And that doesn't have to happen with you being a passport bro. You can do that right here in the States. You can do that also in the States. When they try to talk about it, they try to say it in a bad way, but you just don't have to. Now, them brothers can do what they want because they got the money. And that they should do what they want. And they should go get what they want. I done lived overseas. That is a whole different environment. Like I keep saying, when you go different places and different ways of thinking, that's even in your own town that you live in right now. Don't forget to hit that like button, y'all. You know I'm spitting the truth. That's even in your time frame and your time, your central time zone, Eastern time zone, whatever time zone you in. Inside of that time zone and in your town, you got multiple different ways of people thinking in different levels of society. That's just in your one town. And the whole world is the same way. So I'm going to get out of here on this one because it's been about a 20-minute one. As far as guys need to raise the standards, like, hey, don't be afraid to say, hey, okay, that's this right here. No, I just have you for this reason. Or I'm not really looking for anything serious. I mean, like, no. We'll get into more in other videos. But guys gotta start making sure it's some standards that's being put out there Now, it's women that understand this because you got other channels on here like the Crimson Cure where women are talking about stuff like that. So you got ones that understand. You do. And you know, Kevin Samuels show you got the ones that don't understand, I wouldn't even worry about that job. Raise your standards, keep your standards high, make sure you're getting what you want. This woman needs to be able to bring something to the table besides just sex because they will have sex with anybody. She will have sex with anybody. Look, guys, especially if you, this woman come from the bottom level of society, because we all had to start somewhere. She's had sex with a guy for a bottle of a pint of liquor. That's it. Because you've done it. I've done it. And now you want the world from me. No, don't take that. Don't take that. That's all I'm saying. So y'all drop the comments and let me know what y'all think. Hit like, subscribe, share. That's the currency on this channel. And drop your comments. And let us know what you think over here. We're going to talk about it. But women will have sex with anybody. And I think that guys need to raise their standards about dating with women. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, y'all. It's been Taurus Downey. Go hard and go home. Don't forget to hit like. Peace.